Next, and I know you guys have all seen this one, the woman who is the perpetual victim in every goddamn thing that goes on in her life. In fact, feminists harp on this to no end, even when you try to counter their bullshit arguments with logic, reason, and reality on the ground. They pull out, hey, that's not my lived truth, and that's not my lived reality. Okay, so ignore reality at your peril, all right? Because your truth isn't the truth. It's just your perspective. All right, Terrence Popp here with another episode of Live from the Lair. All right, today, Bad Pop's here. I got the Bad Pop hat because I'm busting out some tricks here. If you all know how the Western world works, all of fucktardia, it works off this illusion that women are victims and they require our sympathy and help. Why that is happening is basically they're playing off the man's basic instincts to protect and provide for women, or his woman. All right. But it has become so one-sided that the men out there need to be educated on how to curb this fucking tsunami of bullshit that's crushing these men to death. And I call this the sympathy bomb. Now listen, gentlemen, if you've been around for a little while and you know, you've been around the block once, twice, 100 fucking times, or traveled the world like me, you've heard them all. Okay, you have heard them all. All right, now we break this down into a couple categories. One being history. You meet a girl, you start talking to her, and you find out, you know, she had a bad childhood, or she had a vicious, mean sibling, or she had a parent problem, which is either abusive or missing parent, which is a daddy issue, red flag, run away. All right. Number two, tragic events. Listen, tragedy happens to everyone at some point in your journey from the vagina to the earth vagina. Okay? It's gonna happen. All right? Death, rape, fire, destruction, what have you. All right? Now, there are some instances, if a tragic event befalls you and, it was beyond your power to control, or it was random and it just fucking happened, okay. That's valid. That's a valid one here. All right. Here we got bad circumstances. I don't know anybody who hasn't encountered bad circumstances like sickness, bad luck, injury, what have you, okay? Those are just challenges that the universe throws in front of you for you to overcome and become better, all right? But the women out there always pull the bad circumstances card and the play for sympathy. Next, and I know you guys have all seen this one, the woman who is the perpetual victim in every goddamn thing that goes on in her life. In fact, feminists harp on this to no end, even when you try to counter their bullshit arguments with logic, reason, and reality on the ground. They pull out, hey, that's not my lived truth, and that's not my lived reality. Okay, so ignore reality at your peril, all right? Because your truth isn't the truth. It's just your perspective. And the thing that goes along with these perpetual victims is they are Olympic level good at always blaming someone else, all right? They blame everything around them. They don't want to take responsibility or accountability for their actions and decisions. All right? Everything has consequences. All right? And you can blame for a little while and avoid some of those consequences. But sooner or later, and you blame enough, you're out of fucking luck and you're going to get the consequences. You want the equal rights? Well, guess what? With that come the equal lefts. And usually it's a left hook and it can put you on the deck sometimes permanently. Another thing, and you all know this, gentlemen, number 6 here. Men almost never get any sympathy from each other, from women, from the world in general. I can't tell you how many times I had some fucked up shit going on in my life. I fucking asked people for help and they said, fuck you, handle your own shit. Was it a fucking kick in the balls, a punch in the gut, and a fucking sucker punch? Yes, it was. Especially when some of those people were very close personal friends, who, by the way, are no longer close personal friends. Men, you're not going to get sympathy. I know I have a lot of single fathers in the audience who will attest to this. And, they're on their own. They're trying to get medical coverage or food or aid with their kid. They're a single father. They go to the same place women go to fill out the fucking forms and get help, and they get turned away. Turned away. I've talked to hundreds of guys who've had this happen. All right? And gentlemen, you single fathers out there, if it has happened to you, links or put the comments below so the other dudes can read this. Gentlemen, this fucking so crazy out there. It's a thought cost, man. The thoughts are just crushing us. They're just crushing us.
Zuck the cuck drinks water like a duck, but he also drinks your data. So tell Silicon Valley to shove that data up their fourth point of contact by downloading the Brave browser. It's free, blocks online advertising, and protects your privacy from evil tech companies. You only see ads if you want to, and give cryptocurrency for your attention. Don't let Zuck turn you into the cuck. Support Sandman and download Brave by clicking on the link down below.
Oh, man. I always heard... I'm going to pull out this saying, and I used to hear it all the time in the Army. Whenever I'd whine and complain about some bullshit, I would have one of my NCOs go, hey, Popp, you looking for some fucking sympathy? Well, why don't you look in the dictionary between shit and syphilis and see what you get? And I'd be like, oh, you motherfucker. And I was all mad, but, a couple minutes later, I'm just like, you know what? He's fucking right. I got myself into this. I'll get myself out. No sympathy. Now, number 7. Why women love to play the sympathy card. Because the sympathy card goes hand in hand with help. How many times if you're like, hey, my roof is leaking, you call your buddy to take a look at it to get it fixed, or my car's not running, my tire's flat, my dog is sick, can't make the rent, I can't pay my water or electric, what have you, Bill? Because they're looking for help. And there's a lot of men out there who, when they hear the sympathy bomb roll across the floor, they're all about jumping on that. And at the end of the day, it's to their detriment, man. Oh, man. Especially some of these ladies that are trying to get fucking married, they play this up. And in today's day and age and fucktardia, marriage is daylight robbery, man. It's daylight robbery. All right, women, plus the West, they dish out this sympathy like it's fucking candy. All right, you're like, well, women, bullshit. They get sympathy out the ass. Okay, there's a boatload of scholarships for these poor, impoverished or underprivileged women to go to college. They don't get that for a dude unless he can throw a ball or he's exceptionally intelligent. All right? Women get welfare, Section 8 WIC, subsidized daycare, child support, and alimony. All right, now, another fucking thing that you guys don't seem to understand. 80% of divorces filed by women. They get divorced. Soak the ex-husband, they're getting child support, which doesn't really apply to their income. So they get thrown on the welfare rolls. So not only are they, the cities or the counties that are taking that child support are getting reimbursed dollar for dollar out of the Social Security Fund, they're robbing the Social Security Fund for their welfare, Section 8, and WIC, and what have you. All right, so they make a bad decision, or they make a decision, and we, the people, have to fucking pay for it. Not only do men have to pay for it once with child support and alimony, but they're also getting hammered in the ass for taxes for all the other chicks out there that they don't even fucking know. And men, there's a whole bunch of men out there, who will play on this sympathy just to get fucking laid. Right? That is so pathetic. All right? I can't believe how many times, I've known guys, well, she needed my help and it seemed to work out, Listen. If you're going to do that, make it transactional. All right? Like, hey, you want me to pay your rent? I'm coming over here every night till the end of the month and I'm hitting it. Boom. Take your payment up front, because we all know loaning money to chicks, you're never getting your cash. Never getting your cash. It's done. That money is up in smoke. And women, they use the sympathy bomb as bait to get their next victim. Oh my God. I can't believe I have to say this shit. This is a brief diagram of how the sympathy fucking bomb works and the sick, twisted loop that it fucking undertakes. You have a woman right there. These dudes are all dudes. She's got a nice set of dials and pegs. Guess what? The glare catches all these guys, and like a deer in the headlights, they freeze. She realizes, hey, I got a captive audience. What does she do? She primes a sympathy bomb, rolls it into the room, poof. There's always one asshole, one white knight cuck mangina who falls for it. He comes down here, they get together, and you know what that equals for her? Money, time, and security. She's just playing for time to either get sick of him, and kick him to the curb so he's broken and busted, or she finds something better. So she monkey branches on the penis to another penis, and maybe to another penis and another penis. Now, women don't seem to realize they can only do this a limited number of times in their lifetime because they're getting older, and each penis just isn't quite as strong as the penis before, and sooner or later they drop off back into the bin down here. All right, now, what she can do here is at any time she could go over here, draw up another sympathy bomb, say, he's a bad guy and he beat her and he didn't provide for her, wah, goes right back to the beginning and does it all again. Rinse and repeat, gentlemen, rinse and repeat. So how do we avoid this? Don't be a ruse or a fool, all right? Don't fall for the sympathy shit, okay? Granted, there are things that are going to happen that are beyond a person's control, whereas an average, normal, healthy human being, you provide some sympathy and maybe a little bit of help and support. Like, for instance, house burns down, you give them some help. All right, what are you going to do? Shit fucking happens. Smash their car, give them a ride to work a couple times. But, if you have a good head about your shoulders, man, and you listen to enough of this bullshit, you will know when they're just cooking up a sympathy bomb, and most, if not all, of their problems are self-generated. All right, if they generate their own fucking problems, in my opinion, you're not really worthy of the sympathy. Okay, that's, I don't know. I mean, am I right or wrong, gentlemen? I mean, it's fucking aggravating. Now, once you take the red pill and you learn about women's nature, and you have the ability to take 2 or 3 steps back or look at what's going on from a bird's eye view, you will see this every fucking time. All right? And gentlemen, if you value your time, money, and sanity, don't jump on the sympathy bomb. Any questions? Put them in the comments below. Hate mail, love mail, whatever the fuck you want. Take it easy.